What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Quadcast, the show where we get real, get raw, and get loud about mental health, substance use, and the fight to take our lives back.
Each episode, we're cutting through the stigma, dropping knowledge, sharing stories, and bringing the heat with guests who have lived it and aren't afraid to talk about it.
So turn it up, lock in, and let's break barriers, spark change, and build a community that refuses to stay silent. You're tuned into the Quadcast, and let's get into it.
You can find us on Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, or email us. The Quadcast is always looking for new guests, whether you're individuals that have experienced it, you're in law enforcement, treatment programs, nurses, doctors, or anyone that just has something to say. Come share your story with us on mental health or substance abuse.
Warning, there's cussing in this video. If you don't like swear words, well, you're
watching the wrong damn show.
How do you get your contacts now? Like
Same way.
Yep.
You
don't worry about your safety.
Every time it's just as sketchy as the last. No, but I do, and again, it might not be the best way of venting, but I do. I reach out to every person. I watch them for a little while first, like, you know, in the Facebook world, like, just because I'm not your friend. Yeah. Obviously, we can be friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
And so I'll send these people friend requests, and, you know, I'll keep an eye on them. I might like some of their posts, and, you know, I'll watch them for about a year. Sometimes I'll reach out before that and kind of just feel it, you know, whether they're open. But then I'll just continue to watch them and stuff. But I mean, even going to Pakistan's the weirdest one. That I guess, like, I think you mentioned it earlier. There's like a stigma with like that type.
Yeah.
Anything with the "an" at the end. Afghanistan, Iran. Yeah, like any of those, like "ans."
Yeah.
There's like a stigma, but I'm telling you, man, like, as of feeling, and there's like Christian slavery over there too. It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's modern day slavery, but it is. It's very much to it checks off every mark of slavery. But I, out of, you know, Liberia 3 times, Uganda once, Pakistan once, I probably have felt more welcomed in Pakistan than any of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I mean, and even across the board. I mean, there's people like Muslim households. They would offer me to come in and drink tea with them, and that's like a big thing, to drink tea and eat cookies.
Yeah.
And it's the only trip that I've ever been on that I've gained more weight. I weighed more when I came back than when I left.
Wow. They're doing something right.
That's
the cookies.
I mean, their food. I mean, well, every place. I mean, it's exceptional food. Now, I got sick in Liberia that last trip.
I was going to ask. Like, yeah. There's a lot of controversy out there about eating.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you call it or the proper name, but food in those countries.
Yeah, it's
just because of, you know, the water and preparation.
Yeah, I've never gotten sick other than this last time. And I don't know, I guess I was asking for it. The fish looked sketchy. It did right off the bat. Like, it was like almost what we would call, it was almost like a skinnier version of a bluegill.
Okay.
But when they cook a fish, they cook the whole thing.
Crappie?
Yeah, a crappie, or like almost, if I had to put it toward, I guess maybe a perch.
Okay.
Would be, you know, just a little bit longer, slender fish, but they cook the whole thing. And now when you go,
and all?
Yeah, when you go through the market, I think this is where it gets sketchy. So it's fresh fish. Okay. Sometimes they're cooked, but majority of the time it's fresh. And it's one woman's job just to fan the flies off of it. That's what she does the whole time. And so
I'd never passed the health department or
anything. No. That's what, I mean, when they bite into a fish over there, it's like whole, like, head in there, crunch. So, like, I'm still trying to be somewhat conservative, like, so they bring some fish with some cassava and rice, and I'm eating it. I'm like peeling off the fillet part, what we would normally eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can give the fish to somebody else. Like, there's like a local kid or a man that would love that. So, but I'm like eating, And CJ, the pastor that went with me. Do you know CJ Cole?
Yeah, I know CJ.
Yeah, so he went with me.
Okay.
That's so you could definitely. I tell people too, with him going with me, they got used to seeing me,
right?
But they didn't know white people came in that size, like
yeah.
And of course, CJ did great the whole time we were over there, and he told me, he's like, John, don't eat that fish. I was like, oh, that's all right, CJ. I was like, I've ate plenty of fish like this. He's like, I ain't eating that fish, and so I ate it. And
you got to start listening.
the next day, man. Now nothing crazy, but I was literally drained of energy.
Really?
That's the only side effect. But like, I was like, my gut was kind of twisting, but I mean, CJ can even tell he's worried about me there for like that whole day. He's like, John, are you okay? I'm like, not really, but we're going to push through this.
I'm all right.
Yeah. And, but I survived it. I tell people it would have killed a normal man.
I agree. It'd probably put a normal man down.
But yeah, it's just, I mean,
I love vaccines working.
Yeah, I guess. So it's what I do. I enjoy every part of it, though. I guess I shouldn't say every part. The worst part is traveling to and from.
Long trips.
Yeah, they normally, to get to any of them countries, it takes 24 hours plus. Yeah. So that's 8-10 hours on a plane at a time, and then you touch down at a place, hop on another plane,
go here to here. To here.
The pinball of the world is trying to get there.
Man, that's a lot of mental preparation to even go.
Well, and even I think the most ironic part about it, and this is God's plan, not mine, because I don't think I could have wrote it this good, was majority, and I believe it, drug addiction is a very selfish lifestyle.
Sure.
In many ways. Let's just take away even like stealing from people, because not every drug addict does that.
Sure.
But even robbing yourself from your family or anything like that, it's very selfish. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting people around you by hurting yourself. Anyways, so to take somebody like me that was that selfish and then completely flip it around to being able to serve people that obviously can't help me out at all in life.
Yeah, it's a total 180.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do. I find it so funny that's the story God's writing out for me, and it's all God. Because John, we all heard how my plan was going. Mine was horrible, even when I tried doing it myself. So
I ate for a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
That area like 16 to 16 and a half was okay.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, I was making money pretty good. That's bad.
But no, I mean, it's truly amazing as to the path that you took to get where you are now.
Yeah. I mean, and a lot of it was pride. Just not willing to accept help when it was offered. I think there's all kinds of lifelines throughout my story.
Sure.
But I knew it was not, I know myself better than anybody, and I just know what would work, what wouldn't, or what I would give a chance and what I wouldn't. And I think for certain reasons, I went down the path that I did, or chose the different options, and God's using all that now further on down the road. I don't think it was God's plan for me to do drugs. You know what I mean? I don't think I think God wants the best for us.
I don't think he would lead people down that road.
But now, can he use it? Yeah. So I think we all have a certain amount of time in this life.
Oh, absolutely.
To do God's will and to live that type of life that is reflected of his love and serving people. And not,
We're getting ready to get kidnapped. Trump's on the way.
I hear that. But yeah, not that, and a lot of people think, I try to always point this out too. I'm not making it to heaven any more than anybody else because of what I do.
Sure.
I can dig however many wells, throughout my life, and it's not going to get me any closer to heaven. It has nothing to do with it. That the well or the heart to serve work or anything like that, that's a reflection of what Jesus has done in my life. So I always try to point people back to Jesus. That's the example. That's the sacrifice that he did to change my life. And I just want to point people to him because I know what he's done in my life.
Sure.
I couldn't imagine any other way. And right now
It's the selflessness.
yeah, I mean, I do. I love it too. I mean,
It fills voids.
yeah.
I mean, for so long you were selfish,
Mm-hmm.
and giving up that lifestyle creates voids.
Yeah.
One void led you to church, the Bible, God. Another void led you to Africa. And it keeps leading you back because you continuously need to fill that void with selflessness because you spent so long being selfish.
Yeah, I mean, and there's so much to being able to help people in different ways. I mean, when you see a little kid get shoes,
I was going to say, I mean, just the simple things that you guys have done over there that has been so appreciated.
Yeah,
I mean, rewarding.
But it affects your mind over here too. Like, so like when my kids, when they'll be eating at the table and like push their food away, I'm like, man, like I can remember seeing a kid eating a chicken bone out of the trash in Liberia.
Yeah.
And it just goes
makes
back.
You look at things so much differently.
Well, even landscaping. I'm sitting there watering people's grass in the middle of the summer to keep it green.
And people don't have water.
And that's perfectly good water by their standards.
Sure.
And I'm just throwing it on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, like it changes your mindset on a lot of things.
Crazy to think about.
Or when now the funniest thing now I'll pick on Christians a little bit, or American Christians. When like the power goes out or something, like they cancel their services here. Over there, like we'd be I think it was the first year I was there, we were at a night service, and again, random blackout. The whole church service just goes dark. I'm like, and literally it was already going through my mind. I'm like, oh, looks like we're going home this evening.
I gotta go home.
You start seeing little flashlights come on. And I'm like, what's going on here? But they were singing like a praise song during that time. They didn't skip a beat.
Really?
Just kept on going. The pastor came up there. He had his flashlight, and we still had church.
Wow.
I'm like, man, like these people, like I was like, man, like, why can't I bring like the American church over here and like show y'all?
I think if more people could see that side of it, it would give religion a whole different aspect. No matter what you believed in, I think it would give everybody a total different aspect of just being grateful for what you have and actually putting yourself to good use.
Well, and that's what, and even like over in like Liberia, and not so much in Uganda, but almost the same concept. Even like when they eat, they'll all eat out of the same bowl.
Really?
Yeah, like we share, like it'll be a big old thing of rice. Somebody will come by and put a big old thing of cassava soup on the rice, and you can eat with your hands. A lot of people eat with bowls, spoons, but like that sense of community again.
So you sit down at one table.
Yes, everybody's eating.
And everybody's equal at that point.
Like there was one night we were over there, and I mean, it was the stinkiest swamp groundhog I've ever smelt in my life, and they made fufu out of it. And
if that's what you call it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And I guess they made the fufu, and you dipped the fufu in the broth of the groundhog meat. And that thing had been, so people sit along the road and like they just wave these dead animals. They haven't gutted them or nothing. So they're all swelled out. And they're like, John, this is good. And I was like, no, I think I'm going to hold off on that. And anyways, like, but it was just funny, like, because it was like the American version of a block party. Like it was a big deal to have a groundhog. Like, and my contact had it at his house. The whole community came by. There was like 50 people eating off this groundhog.
Oh my God.
And all the foo-foo and stuff. And little side note, I said no that night to that meat. It was like 2 days later, I could smell that same smell in some of the food they brought me. I know they snuck it in there on me.
He said, we're going to get him.
Yeah, they're like,
He's going to eat this damn groundhog.
he's going to try this groundhog, really. But the smell was so bad on that, I could smell it again through that. I know it was.
God.
It was a very distinct smell.
That's like leftovers gone wrong.
Oh yeah, and but through all that, man, like, and even like another testimony, I get car sick really bad. Like, and of course, I live in West Virginia. It's the worst place to have like
I
motion
used to get
sickness.
car sick as a kid.
Yeah, and I still do. And every trip, I mean, you talking about some rough roads, is in Liberia, Uganda. Pakistan's not too bad. I've never once got car sick over there, and I've traveled like hours,
beating around so bad that
Yes.
you can't even think about it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And you're crammed in there, like
Yeah.
you pile into vehicles over there too, man. Like, I've rode 4 deep on a motorcycle. And,
Really?
Oh yeah, I got video on that too. I'll show you.
That's crazy.
But it's great experiences. I mean, I look forward to it every year. Now, again, it's a part of denying myself of, even first world comfort. When I've been gone, the first year I went 28 days, second year it was like 26, last year was 20 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm denying myself because it's very important. God has been my compass through all this since I got saved. And he's been number one, even before my family, because I think that's the important, kind of stacking order of how you should be a Christian, God, family, yourself, or your job, whatever,
Right.
after that. But you put God first and everything else will line up perfect. And that has not let me down so far, but it's a very big sacrifice on my end, because I'm not saying I'm any more special than anybody else, but I love my family. I love to be around my kids and my wife. I love it.
It's a sense of
And
everything.
Yeah. I mean,
it's everything.
I mean, we're like big huggers too. Like, they show their affection very much. My wife's probably not, she's probably the worst one out of all of us. Like, we always bug her about hugging her, but that's like a sense of, the Bible talks about, picking up your cross, or denying yourself and picking up your cross daily.
Right.
So, but it's very easy, I think, especially in our culture, to put your family before God. Or before anything else.
We're worried more so about social classes and financial classes.
Yeah.
That you could say it gets complacent.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what but it's very easy. And I could even say through that little period of time when I got those promotions, I was putting my family before God. And but the freedom I get from going over there, and it's not easy, especially when I go over there by myself.
Sure.
To sleep at nights, it's like sometimes between the mosquitoes biting you, the heat, you don't sleep good anyways.
Right.
And then you're sitting there alone, knowing that your family is thousands of miles away.
Literally, yeah.
And it's a very weird feeling, but you have to lean on God more.
Sure.
You have to. And it's always been very rewarding for me to make that sacrifice. And I'm hoping one day, my kids, they're 8 and 10 right now.
But they're growing up in it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to see it.
I'm hoping one day that maybe one of them will, and I'm not going to force it on them.
Sure.
If they feel called to go, I'm hoping I'll still be doing it at that time. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping it will be, kind of a family venture one day now my wife says she'll never go.
Well, here's the thing. She said yes a lot more times than he said no. So I don't know if I believe that.
Well, I thought you were going to say she's all yesed out. Like,
no, I think she's still got some in there.
Yeah.
She's still putting up with it. She's still going by your ideas.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think she's done saying yes.
Well, and that's the thing, too. She didn't ask for any of it, too, but she's like,
she's went along. I mean, she's literally trusted it.
Well, and she does all when we send out our newsletters every year to, like, say if a church donated, we'll send out a newsletter saying, hey, thank you for donating this amount, just in case, or a person for a personal donor for tax reasons.
Right.
we'll send out letters with everybody with the amounts that they gave and all that. She does all that. Like, she didn't ask for any of that.
No.
I mean, she
She
keeps
just
up with
took
the
it on.
books, and she's on my board. Like, she's the secretary, the treasurer.
My gosh.
Yeah.
She literally does not say no.
No, that's
Somebody ought to teach her that.
that's
She's gotten herself into a lot.
well, as long as she says no to other people, that's cool. But
Not you yet. I mean, I think she's a good woman.
Oh yeah,
She's a strong woman, that's for sure.
She's definitely put up with her fair share of stuff, and I'm very lucky.
She's past her fair share.
I tell people they don't make them like her anymore. So
no, but the bad thing is they don't make a lot of people like that anymore.
No.
And I mean, my generation is probably the last
Yeah.
of even a fraction of them. And that's the sad thing. Like, I sit here and look at people today and kids today, and I'm like, wow. Like, where did we go wrong?
Yeah, it's a $1 million question.
I ain't got $1 million on it.
Well, that's what even with my own kids, man, that's a big responsibility.
Ask, how does your past drive your parenting?
I'm definitely, and now it's so, even like now my parents, they were very protective of me when I was a kid. You know, I couldn't go to certain kids' homes because they didn't know what situation that was. And, you know, obviously back then I didn't understand it. Right. I thought they were just being mean.
Sure.
But now, like, the kids that they wouldn't let me go stay with, those were kids that would be good by today's standards.
Yeah.
So, like, and it's so hard to navigate that, like, with kids. And like my son, he's 10 years old.
They don't understand. My daughter's 9.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand. She's just now getting into that social butterfly stage of where she's showing livestock, she's wrestling, she's playing soccer. So now she's in school. She's she's smart, way smarter than I'll ever be. But you see them expanding into these little adults, and they don't understand that we know better than they do.
Yeah, well, that's what even like my son, like with like sleepovers.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't get like, no, man, we don't do sleepovers. Like, number one, like, you're not old enough. Like, if you run into a certain situation, like, I really don't think you can guide yourself through it.
Yeah.
And some situations, unfortunately, you don't get that option.
You can't trust people. You can't, like, even the people you think you can trust, you can't trust. And that it really sucks.
It's scary, man.
Because, I come from a law enforcement background. I don't trust anybody anyways. But legit, you can't trust anybody. Because just as soon as somebody says they won't, they will.
Mm-hmm.
And just the slight second that you take that little bit of a lapse in judgment is when it's going to happen. And the poor kids don't understand.
No, that's what, and I do. I tell him, man, like, I hate it for you because, I used to have sleepovers, but, it was a different type of community, even in White Sulphur. Like, it was a different, everybody knew each other.
You walked where you wanted to get.
Yeah.
I mean, there was to that part, but I've made a couple of those.
Jerry Smith, you mentioned him earlier.
Oh, Jerry.
He was the crossing guard for kids when you would walk home from school. That's how many kids used to ride their bikes and walk. You had to have a police officer at the road.
I think Jerry was responsible for that.
It was either him or James Hilton. Those were the two. Every now and then you'd see Sully down there, but
it's bad to think any of them.
Yeah.
I used to work with Jerry over at White Sulphur EMS when I was there. He was working a little bit. Wild dude.
Yeah, but
good dude, but wild.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what those guys, I mean, that many kids, like, they still have a bike rack at White Sulphur Elementary. I don't know why. No kids even, which I don't blame people for not letting their kids do it, but
hell no.
It's just a different time.
No, absolutely not.
No, I
mean, even I've lived here my entire life, and you as well. It ain't the same place we grew up in.
And never will be.
No. I mean, you see all these problems that are going on in, the bigger cities and stuff. That happens here too.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't see it.
Yeah.
It happens. Like, there's things that's happened over the last 15 years that I would have never expected to ever happen here.
Yeah.
But by God, it's happening. And it happens every day.
Oh man, like it is. It's the world that we live in. That's what I try to tell my son. Like, when he's talked about wanting to go with me. Of course, he's 10. I told him, I was like, man, you're probably not going until you're like 13. And that's to a country that I know that,
right.
That there's, because anything could happen even to me. So let alone you throw a 13-year-old.
There's so much turmoil in all these countries that you're going to.
Yeah. I mean, things could pop off at any time. And, but I told him, I was like, the whole reason, I remember the first time I told him that I was going to go overseas to do the mission work. And his question, I mean, it's still, I can hear it right today. He's like, but why you? I'm like, because God called me to do this, and there's people that need my help.
That would be hard.
Yeah.
That would be hard to sit with.
Yeah.
As even when you're gone.
Yeah.
That would be hard to sit with.
Yeah, he was sitting there like crying, like, just upset me because, yeah, man, like he's like, like like I said, my whole family is super close, man. Like, we're always hugging each other. And, if he doesn't tell me he loves me 5 times a day, he doesn't say it at all. Like,
my daughter, she'll just be sitting around coloring. She'll be like, Dad, I love you.
Yeah. Yeah. The random ones, man.
And like,
yeah.
I love you too, baby. But I mean, it's at the most random times. She's out riding her bike and she'll just go around the loop and she'll be, love you. And it's,
yeah. I mean, that's what, and I want to instill the type of serving into them, but at the same time, I want to, even more importantly, I want to instill why.
The why is what nobody really understands until you experience it or do it.
Yeah.
And that's with any decision though. Like the why, it's not for other people to really understand.
Well,
until they are put in that same position.
Well, and even like the way that I felt led to break down the organization, like I still pay for my travel expenses every trip. Anything that way I can guarantee if this church or that person gave $1,000, it's not going towards me. It's literally going towards what I was talking about. Our big thing is, 99% of your funds go toward the project. And that 1%, I guess it's just me being transparent. That 1% is the wiring fees between the banks. So in a sense, that's still getting the money over there to do it, but it's not actually going to the project. But in a sense, it is.
That full transparency, though, is where trust comes towards your organization.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the way that it's designed, man, like a lot of people, it is harder sometimes to sleep in mud huts with mosquitoes, and you got bats flying in the, eating the mosquitoes. Like the enemy of the enemy is my friend. Like that. And
you got a whole lot of crap going on.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and even like using the restroom sometimes in those foreign countries is not the easiest.
Right.
And but it's all worth it. And me being uncomfortable
for 20 days, 28 days.
I can do that to save money if it's going towards rather than me getting a hotel room. If that money if I can sacrifice that to help a kid get shoes, clean water, food, whatever, is worth it.
Like I said, it's 28 days.
Yeah.
It's 20 days. They're there their entire life.
That's what
you're coming back to this.
I said the exact same thing when I left my first trip. The hardest thing was I got to leave and they had to stay.
Yeah.
I mean, these people took me into their home, made me like a family member. They treated me just like everybody else. I mean, and treated me as nice as they could with the accommodations they had. And I did. You spend 28 days with people, like no other American contact or anything like that. I would be able to talk to my wife here or there, but there was one night that she was talking to me, and somebody came in to ask me a question. This was like on day like 21. And I answered them back, and then they left. And she's like, John, what was that? I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, you sounded just like them. I was like, do what? She's like, yeah. She's like, you sound normal now. She's like, but you sounded just like them talking to them. I was like, really? I didn't even realize it, but I was actually like becoming part of that community so much that I was talking like them.
Really?
And like with their language, it's like their main language over there is called Bassa, but they have what you call simple English too. It's like a mix between both of them,
yeah,
to where you can get a few English words in there with the Bassa. But I mean, again, I guess I was just.
Do you normally have do you have to have a translator?
They can understand me. Again, they know enough simple English. They can understand me, but yeah, if I'd be speaking at a church, I would need an interpreter.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I was curious about that.
Yeah, every place that I go to. Yeah. Now again, if you're around, same thing with me. I could start understanding their language. They could start understanding me. Like I think there's one church service. I spoke at this particular church like 5 or 6 times within the first trip I went to Liberia. By the last time I was there towards the end of the trip, they didn't need a translator.
Really?
They could understand me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are your contact, do they know English?
Yes. Yep. Every one of them does.
That's wow.
Yeah.
Crazy to think about.
Oh, that's what I do, man. Again, we just met today, but if you would know me, it's so far from who I am.
Sure.
Like, being, John Burns from White Sulphur Springs that does not leave White Sulphur Springs hardly ever. And to be doing that type of work, man, it's so far out of my comfort zone.
Well, I mean, just sitting here listening to the story from where you started to where we've ended, like it's not even in correlation.
That's what
where we started today.
There's nothing about this that is John, that's what, it's all God. And yeah, man, I'm just, I'm thankful to be a small part in his plan. Absolutely. That's what's going on down here.
Essentially, you're a big part.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
To them.
Yeah.
You're a huge part.
My wife says this way that through us, God is answering prayers that they are asking.
Absolutely.
And that's a cool way to look at it.
Oh, 100%. Because I mean, 28 days of your time, you've changed thousands of lives.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And that's even like a little bit more backstory on the wells. There's 2 people in each village that we put a well in that they are trained in how to service the well.
Really?
Yeah. So there's always 2 people, because one of them, they're very like kind of nomadic kind of people. Like they really don't have roots anywhere a lot of times.
Right.
They can kind of go where they can survive. So with 2 people, if one leaves, the other one is supposed to train another person.
Okay.
So in case he leaves or they leave again,
there's always a backup.
There's always somebody there. And man, if these wells are maintained, like it could be generational.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, providing clean water for.
It's crazy though that it's only 20 some feet deep.
Yeah, 25 on average. There's only been one village that we've dug 3 holes and we never hit water.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But it's a tropical climate.
Sure.
I mean, they have a rainy season and a dry season. Those are their where we have spring, summer, fall.
You just think with the ground type that it wouldn't be that shallow. I mean,
it's
I would expect a little bit deeper.
Again, when you're digging these wells, I don't know what the term for is over here. All I know is well digging overseas. But when you're over there, you dig, you start hitting veins of water, and those are what obviously fill the well up. So if you're at like 15 feet and you've already hit 2 veins, that's a good sign to keep going. But to have a functioning well, you would like at least 4 to 5 veins of water per well.
Interesting. I'm not much of a well digger.
No, I'm not the best either. These guys too. There's like normally 2-man crews. So one guy's down there digging, the other person has the bucket, and they put the stuff in. He empties it out. When that guy needs a break, that guy goes down there. He's the bucket man. So,
heck of a system.
Oh yeah, man. And trying to pump the water out of because once you get to a certain depth, you hit those veins, they don't know that you're not finished with the well. So you have to pump that water out every morning. And trying to take a water pump onto the back of a motorcycle between different well projects is craziness in Liberia, man. It is. It's crazy.
That's a wild time.
Yeah. They put everything on motorbikes, man, or motorcycles. They call them motorbikes over there. Yeah.
You got to move this stuff.
Oh yeah, man. They can balance stuff. Like John, my contact in Uganda, I still have a picture of it. He put a board across the back of his motorbike, and I'm going to say the thing was probably 10 foot wide or long. And this was the first year when he was getting some goats that we were going to pass out. He ties the goats where their arms and their legs are underneath, and then he ties them to the board. It's like a plane with goats on it.
You're lying.
And he travels through Uganda, like I'm balancing it just like it's
a livestock trailer.
Yeah, it's a miracle, man.
That is awesome.
Like that. Just think about everything that had to go just right for that thing not to go one way.
I can think of my 9-year-old riding a bike.
Yeah.
And how balance works. Holy.
Yeah. Just try to think of, I think he had like 6 or 8 goats. It was wild.
That's awesome. I'm going to have to expect more out of my goat farmer.
Exactly, man.
I need to see this played out. Wow.
But yeah, man, everything. But all those guys too, they don't take a dime for anything they do.
Really.
They all just love to serve people, and being able to be that light to people.
Yeah.
They're just, it's super. That's why it's always God, man. Like every one of these contacts, man, it's just crazy to be able to build that relationship with them, generational, and like they have like sons. Like I'm planning a trip to Nepal, and the son of one of my contacts in Pakistan is going to go to Nepal with me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So hopefully going to do that like in October. Hopefully. Awesome. It's still in the early stages of planning, but there's some like very remote villages in the Himalayan mountains that we're going to go.
That's awesome.
So
it's interesting to see the reach some people have.
Mm-hmm.
You've got reach in multiple countries. I just connected with a guy out of the UK, and it's essentially fighting the same fight.
Mm-hmm.
And just bringing things to light, man. Helping one person. You can help one person, you can help thousands.
Well, this day and age, man, there's no excuses that you can't get out and help people. There's no excuse.
There's not.
There's
always something to do, and it doesn't even matter if it could be so simple.
Yeah.
Like digging a well.
Yeah.
That, literally, it can be so simple.
And yet there's such a demand for it.
Yeah.
You see how wasteful we are. And
oh, absolutely. Just sitting here talking about your trips and how these different cultures live, survive. You sit here and think about what we do on a daily basis, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah. Even me, like, I try to, look at my, I'm still so wasteful. Like, it's crazy. I try not to be, I try to be mindful about it, but it's literally like American culture. We are so wasteful.
Oh, absolutely.
To see the amount of food that they throw away at like elementary schools.
Well, you're sitting here talking about a groundhog, and, Krispy Kreme throws out their whole display every night.
Yep.
Like,
oh, dude, it's.
And here you ate the same groundhog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, still chewing on it.
Yeah, we're throwing out good, perfectly fine donuts just because they're 12 hours old.
Yeah,
man, that's wild. Well, do you have anything else you want to add in?
I think we've turned over every stone we can.
I think we're the only option now is to get your wife in here.
Yeah, hey,
that's it. And maybe to talk to some of your contacts over there.
Yeah, man.
Like I said, I'll work on maybe putting a video together, more of just kind of like general questions,
mm-hmm.
and then either maybe send it or however, send it with you on your trip or whatever, and then you can bring video back or some way. I think it would be interesting to see that aspect of
man.
where their
Anyway, man.
mentality's at. So we'll work on that, but you'll have to send me some pictures that I can post with the video.
All right.
Because I want to see goats. We're gonna have to get some of those.
That's
balance and 8 goats.
I have that one in my archive somewhere. I'll find it for you.
I need that one. That one's cool. So, well, we'll end it here unless you have anything else. And
I'm good, man. Appreciate you having me on here.
Absolutely. I appreciate you spending the last we got 2 hours and 50 minutes on recording. We talked about an hour. Hour and 15 before. I think it's about time to say that's enough.
I told you, man, I'm an open book.
Hey, I've enjoyed it. So we'll cut it off here, and I'll see you guys on the next one, maybe, unless I end up in Uganda.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of the Quadcast.
Remember, breaking stigma doesn't stop when the episode ends. We're building a movement, and you're a part of it. Stay strong, stay aware, and stay connected.
And this is the Quadcast, signing out.